Hi, Declan here, just coming to you from Austria. See this beautiful scenery in the background here? If you can see it. It's a little bit rainy and there you go, there it is. It's wet and rainy here for this last few days. Little bit of time on my hands, so just thought I'd give you a quick share. So one of the chapters in the book, my book, which is the Oscar for Life, discusses diamonds and discusses us as diamonds. And in many ways, we're all diamonds, and you are a diamond. And what does that mean? When you think about a diamond, you think about the qualities of a diamond. What do you think about? You think about, well, a diamond sparkles, it shines. Diamond is valuable. It's precious. It's unique. It's a gift. When you think about those qualities, and you think about a child, and then you think about the qualities of a diamond, could you equally so prescribe those qualities to a child? They're precious, they shine, they sparkle, they're unique, they're a gift. Would you not agree? But the simple fact is that each and every one of us was once a child. So if that was true, then all of those qualities apply to us. But many of us may not believe that. Many of us may not believe that we're unique and different. Each and every one of us is unique in some different way. I believe each and every one of us are born with a unique gift and talent. You have to develop and cultivate that gift and talent, but I believe that there's something we are naturally absolutely good at, brilliant at. And when we discover that, express that, then we achieve happiness and true fulfillment in life. And the greatest discovery in life is to find out what that gift and talent is and express it more. In order to do that, we have to go searching, go looking. Well, what is it? Where do we look? Do we look on the outside? Many of us go looking on the outside in the pursuit of goals, in the pursuit of dreams, in the pursuit of more, looking for more. A bigger house, a bigger car, a nicer car, more money, bigger job, pay rise. And it's always about the pursuit of achieving a goal on the outside, achieving the more. Everything in our world becomes about the outside world, looking after the outside world, looking after the outside world. But yet many of us, our inside world can be absolutely miserable. You can have all the money, the fame, the fortune, everything on the outside, but yet on the inside you can be absolutely miserable. All you have to do is look at recently Robin Williams, who I was a great fan of, thought he was super. And you look at him, you just think he was just so happy. But yet he felt the need to take his life. Why? When you have perceived to have everything, why? So a lot of people can have everything in the outside world, but yet the inside world may be suffering, may be struggling. I don't know whether you've ever asked the question, what is life all about? I don't know whether you felt that there's something more in life, that you maybe searching, looking for something in life, that you felt that you were meant to do more, bring more. You had this feeling that there's just something else that you're meant to do in life. And we go searching sometimes on the outside for the achievement of goals. Two ways to get happy: we get the goals, and then we get the goals and we're happy for a while, and then we go searching for another goal, and then life just becomes about running around in circles, achieving goals. Or maybe it's the other way. Maybe we don't get our goals, and then life just becomes about miserable because we don't get our goals. We end up fighting with life because life doesn't give us what we wanted and what we needed. And we can lose faith in life. We can lose faith in ourselves. And that's the ultimate thing. Sometimes we lose faith in ourselves and we give up and we just settle. And we just settle for where we are, what we're doing, who we think we are. And there's a question: who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Are you Declan? Well, you're obviously not Declan, but are you Declan? Are you father, brother, son, influencer, persuader, business person, coach? Who are you? Who are you really? Are you the label that says who you are? Or are you more than your label? People ask you, who are you? I'm Declan. What do you do? Who? Is it all about the labels that we're given? And these labels, how are we given them? We're learnt them, we're taught them over time. We're educated with our teachers, with our parents, with our friends, with the media, with the news. All of this education gets put in here, and we begin to believe things. We begin to believe things, and we begin to believe that who we are. We begin to believe things that support us in life. Some things support us. Then we begin to believe things, maybe beliefs that are not so supportive. We begin to learn fears. Some fears are great to learn because they help us to keep us alive, that we don't do stupid stuff. But many of the fears that we are taught, don't do that. Be quiet. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fit enough. Many of these things. Oh, I have a big dream. I have a big goal. I want to do 30 half Ironmans in a 12-month period and travel the world while I'm doing it. Oh, you can't do that. You don't have enough time. You won't be able to do that because of your business. You won't be able to do that because of your family. Oh, well, what if you get injured? All of these things that people try to throw at us, and really what they're throwing is shit at us. Their shit. Excuse the language. And you have to be careful you don't allow that shit to stick, because if that shit sticks, it sticks to your diamond. And if it sticks to your diamond, then it begins to cloud over your diamond. And layers of that can go over your diamond. And then eventually the sparkle in the diamond goes out because you can't even see it anymore. And then eventually it could turn to rock. And then eventually you lose the fact that you have this diamond, which is you, the uniqueness, preciousness, gifts, at all, because you can't see it. And all of the time we're going searching, looking on the outside for the pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness on the outside. I'll be happy when I get that goal. I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll be happy when I get that money. We go searching on the outside in the pursuit of happiness, but yet all of the time the pursuit of treasure on the outside. Yeah, the pursuit of treasure on the outside. But yet all of the time there's immense valuable treasure on the inside of us, and we forgot that it's there because the people have thrown their crap at us all our life, and we begin to believe it. It clouds over the diamond, and then we lose contact with that diamond altogether. We forget that we have it. We forget to express it. Marianne Williams says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that we fear the most. So it's the light of that diamond. So where do you go searching? Have you ever found yourself searching, asking questions? Surely there has to be more to life. I know I'm meant to put here for a reason, but what is that reason? What is it, my unique gifts and talents? Actually, what is your unique gifts and talents? Who are you? Who are you if you're not the labels that say I am Declan and my father? Who are you? Who are you when you were born into the world, before you were given the name, the label, the stamp that says now you are a robot? Everything that you must learn in this head, begin to believe it, that it is true. But it's not true. Some of it is supportive, much of it is not supportive. So we have to be number one, be aware that we are conditioned. Be aware that we are conditioned through education, and some of that education is great, but some of that education is not so great. You know, you can have everything in life, everything on the outside world, but yet in here, in your heart, you can be absolutely crying out. And how many people have you known on the outside to be bubbly, fun, happy, and then maybe their inner world is just suffering in silence, and they go and do things like taking their own life, such as the actor Robin Williams. I was a fan of Robin, and you would have thought he had everything. You could dream to have a life like his, but yet he felt the need to leave this world. And many of us idolize other people and look up to other people and say, well, if only I was like that, I'd be happy. If only I had that, I'd be happy. If only I had this, I'd be happy. And we put it all in the outside world, but yet the most important world that we need to discover is inside of us. So we need to go searching. But the place to search first, whether you have a lot in life, money, fame, fortune already. If you're looking to find more, the more that you need to find is within inside of you to discover. Start looking for that diamond, which may be clouded over with dirt and muck, which is fears, beliefs, learnings, educations, which are not true. So you have to break through that rock to get at that diamond again. And then how do you do that? We'll share that in a moment. So whether you have a lot and you're searching, looking for something that's missing, will look inside of you, or whether you have nothing and you're looking for more, then search inside of you. So how do you do that? Well, you take the first step, and the first step is understanding that we are conditioned. We're conditioned to believe things, and some of those beliefs are not true. That's the first step. So you become aware of that, and you say, well, okay, well, what's the next step? Well, the next step then is to begin to look for that diamond. Ask questions. What is it? Who am I? Ask the biggest question. Who am I? What is unique about me? What is my unique gifts and talents? How can I express more of these unique gifts and talents? When you ask questions, you activate that source within inside us all. You go inwards and you start to discover who you really are. And that begins to break away the layers of rock that's over your diamond. And it's just like, imagine a sky that's dark at night, but it's a clear sky and there's darkness. And I don't know where you are in life, whether you're in darkness or not, but in the darkness there's stars, little sparkles of light. And when you look up there, it's really quite beautiful to look at a night sky with those sparkles. And that's like your diamond begins to, you crack away at it with a hammer and a chisel, crack away at the negative beliefs, negative thoughts, negative things that was taught to us, negative education that was taught to us, and then you break them away, chip them away one bit at a time. And the first thing to do is ask questions of yourself. Who am I? What's my unique gift and talent? How can I express more of that unique gift and talent? Ask these questions of yourself. And then the next step is begin to be grateful for the things that you already have in your life. Now, I hear you straight away saying, grateful, you don't understand. I've lost my relationship. Be grateful for the things that you have in life. I've lost my house. I have no roof over my head. I have no money. I've lost everything. You don't understand. And I understand where you're coming from, because, like everyone, I've experienced a lot of pain in life too. And for somebody to be turned around and say, well, be grateful for the things that you have, can be a bit, challenging. But if you've got eyes that you can see, be grateful for it. If you have a nose that you can breathe, a mouth that you can breathe, that's keeping you alive, be grateful for it. If you have ears that you can hear, be grateful, because some people don't have these things. If you have arms, if you have legs, be grateful. Be grateful for the little small things that you have in your life. And as you're doing that, what that does is it sends signals into your brain, into your mind, that help you to begin to feel better. The more you do that, the more you crack away at that stuff that's covering over your diamond. The more you do that, then the diamond, uniqueness, the treasure which is inside of you, starts to reveal itself. So be grateful is the one next step. The next step is remember a time in your life when you're at your all-time best. Remember the happiest time in your life. You say, well, you don't understand, Declan. Happiest time in my life, I've been abused. I've lost everything. I've lost my partner. I've lost a family member. And those are tough challenges.